Hey fellow summoners, it's been a while since my last commentary, since like CYL 8 I think, but don't worry, it's not bad news this time. Just figured I'd do a clear for the CYL 2 Harmonics, Lunatic Chain Challenge Edition, since there's no official Abyssal map for these going forward I suspect. Few caveats, no special edits, because it's not an Abyssal, and February's map and banner should drop in about a week, so I'm saving most of my energy for that. I'll just yap this time instead. This also isn't really a continuous chain challenge in the sense that I only use one team and their set of builds without surrendering. First, map 3-5 has a 3-turn limit win condition. In the spirit of recent Abyssal maps and power creep, I've been approaching most of the tankier bosses with chip damage as opposed to giving my units even more modern and meta equipment in order to beat maps with a bigger stick, for lack of better phrasing. Obviously, a chip damage strat would take far longer than 3 turns to beat modern tanky units, as well as Abyssal maps not imposing turn limit win conditions to begin with. There's also a delicate balance of damage output for the Chapter 4 portion if I want to successfully pull off this interesting maneuver. Overload my units with high-end gear for Chapter 3, and I'd end up one-rounding certain key targets before I can whittle down enough HP from Braver Hector and Ephraim. In the Chapter 3 and 4 Chain Challenge 30 Stamina version, with the highest amount of inflated stats, my legendary Lyn unfortunately becomes unable to fulfill her support role as an HP and res debuffer via Stall Ploy and Carrot Bow respectively. She needs at least 68 HP and 59 visible res to be able to affect Celica and Hector in those maps. HP more so, since unlike Abyssal maps, there aren't plentiful enemy reinforcements and delayed boss actions for me to take advantage of with early chip damage. To be able to reach these numbers, she additionally requires a Resplendent ult, an Entwined Bouquet for S+ rank summoner support, at least a +6 chosen Alphonse blessing during win season, and a change of traits to plus HP, none of which are feasible save for trait fruits. So I'm just sticking to the Chapter 4 Chain Challenge for this video. Secondly, Hector's kit narrows the goalpost for effective chip damage against him, even more so than fellow Farsaver legendary Black Knight. Given the specific enemy units in these maps, it's more optimal to use a melee attacker to splash him, as there isn't another Farsave that could protect an enemy unit in the same range, thus cancelling the safe interaction. Sure, there are more effective units and skills for this approach like Surtur and Flared Sparrow or Strat Flame on all movement types except infantry, but I'm a Lyn main that tries to champion maximum creative freedom in team building and clearing content without the game being made to feel like a punishment if you didn't roll for the quote-unquote right meta units and fodder. And that brings us to my third point. The only unit of my standard team, Sword Lyn, qualified to inflict chip damage against Hector in his maps, also ends up being the unit that needs to take out his sister harmonized unit, Celica and Veronica. Lyn needs to run an AoE in order to bypass Celica's miracle, but as you'll see later, Lyn also needs to start map 4-5 with a full 4-turn cooldown so that she has her AoE ready against Celica. In the Chain Challenge, however, Lyn needs to take out every enemy unit aside from Hector in map 4-4 to whittle down his HP, meaning that the highest cooldown count Lyn can enter map 4-5 with in a true uninterrupted run is 3. As such, after clearing up to map 4-4 in the Chain Challenge, I would reset the run, use a different starting team, and surrender upon reaching 4-5 to enter the map with a second team being my standard Lyn Emblem with unadulterated special cooldown counts and inflated enemy stats to emulate an Abyssal map as much as possible. I'd also have to keep track of the damage taken through map 4-4 and make sure that the total damage doesn't exceed any of my Lyn's max HP. I did make use of 2 summoner supports here, on Legendary Lyn for support and Summer Lyn for attack. If I had SD Fartrace 4 or Attack Speed Mastery or Airspace and Assassin's Strike, Summer Lyn could run those instead of needing summoner support, but I recently resubbed to FEH Pass to spark for Ilian, Hilda, and Florina, and harmonize Hector and Ephraim, so I just made use of what resource I did have at this moment. Enjoy the rest of the clear, and thanks for watching. I'll be back with the next Abyssal map soon, hopefully. Take care, y'all.
Where to? What's the plan? Onward. Let's win. You'll see. Right. I will depart. Leave it to me. What's the plan? I'm diving in. Don't get careless. Where to? Should be relaxing. Let's swim. Leave it to me. You'll see. I'm diving in. Leave it to me. Taking aim. Right. Don't get careless. Leave it to me. Let's swim. I will depart. You'll see. Don't get careless. Onward. Where to? Should be relaxing.